Hi everybody, I'm Mike. Welcome to Dad's CB Radio Corner. Today we're going to repair a power cord. And in order to do that, we need a radio. So we'll look in the old eBay bag today, see what we got. Get that opened up for you. Pull out a radio and look at there. We got a really bad cord. A really bad cord. So that means we're not going to be able to test this at all. So in order to test it, we got to make a new cord. All right. Get that screw out of here and get this opened up. Okay, now that we got the cover off, you can see inside the radio. What we want to know is which one's positive and which one's negative. Pretty simple to see here. The red one is always positive, the black one is always negative. But in order to get a test done here so we can see if this radio works, we're going to have to get over to the back of the radio. Now, we're on the back of the radio and this is where the power cord comes in. So we're going to need to take that power cord off. But in order to find that, we're going to need a meter. Okay, now that we got a meter, I'm going to show you a little bit of trick there on how to get a free meter. This is pretty easy, guys. We go to Harbor Freight. You'll see a shot there like this. And it says free. Pretty nice. And it's free until June. If you want to get this, you can probably just pick up a magazine or you can go to harborfreight.com. And so much for the Harbor Freight plug. Okay, we get that meter out of here and we'll get that hooked up. Okay, if this is your first time with a meter, you need to know you're going to plug in the middle one. The middle one will be the positive. And the common one, well, that'll be the negative. We'll plug that in right there. Okay, and we'll turn the meter on, see if it works. Yep, it works. Okay, two settings I use. I'm going to use a magic marker here so you guys know what we're doing. Two settings I use a lot. One here is the 20 volts for DC. I use that a lot. And the other one that I use down here is the 20K. Pretty easy to remember those. And I like to put a little marker right at the top of my meter so I can kind of keep track of where I'm going. And we'll use the voltage later with the power supply, but for now we're going to use the 20K, and we'll put the two prongs together like that, and you should get a 0. There we go, there's our 0, and that's going to tell us where that connection is. I'm going to roll the radio back over. We can see the positive and the negative. Going to put it on the other side, and let's put that meter up here so you guys can see it. And we're going to touch that positive cable. There's not much of it left, but there's probably enough to get a connection there. We'll touch that positive cable, and then we're going to find out where the positive comes in over here. I guess I'm going to have to kind of lean over to look at that. All right, there it is. So we know where the positive is, and we'll check the negative. Get that needle in there. No, that's not the negative. There it is. Okay. Pretty easy to identify. Okay, we got a tight shot of that. There's the positive. There's the negative. We're going to unsolder those. So we got to warm up the old solder gun. Okay, before we can get these wires unsoldered back here, we have to take this grommet out. I already squeezed to the inside of it. It's a little clip. You just kind of squeeze it together. Then use a screwdriver to kind of pry that out of there. And now the wires are free. And when we put the new wire in, we'll take this grommet apart and put them in there. But for now, we can get the wires out. So we've got that heated up. Let's see if we got it hot enough. And I think, first of all, we'll grab that negative one. Give that a little pull there. Heat that up. There it comes. Okay. We got our negative out. Let's pull that positive one out of there. There we go. Okay. Time to put in some new wires. Okay, now that we got those wires out of there, we're going to put some new wires in. So we'll feed them in through the hole where the grommet was. Put them in the back like that. Pull them up a little bit so we can kind of start them. And we're going to put the negative through right like that. And then we'll put the positive through on the other side. There we go. Okay, we turn the radio over now. And we can see those wires sticking up. I like to bend them over a little bit, so when we get soldering there, like that. And then this one's pretty close to the edge. I think we'll just leave that one. Okay. Now we got our solder gun. Put a little bit of solder on there, get that nice and warm. And there you go. There's a nice connection. Let's get one over here. There we are. Okay, now you can see we got our wires in. There's the positive over there and the negative over here. But we need to put this grommet in too, because we want something other than that big hole sticking out the back. So we're going to put that grommet in, and you just feed the wire right through the middle there. Get that grommet lined up with the wire, and once you get it lined up, you got to push it down. Okay, we got the grommet lined up now. Push that through, and then sometimes after you push that down, you might want to open it up a little bit in the back. Put the screwdriver in there and open that up a little. Makes that grommet nice and tight. Okay, now we got our grommet in, we got our wire soldered. We're going to strip this away a little bit so that we can test it. Take our wire stripper here, put that in, pull it off, put one in on this side, pull that off, and the next thing we need is our little power supply. Okay, all right, it's time to finish up our video. And we're going to finish that up today by pulling out the old power supply. I like to use this because it's really convenient to use. Okay, now we got our wires ready, so we're going to hook up the positive and the negative. We'll hook up that negative one first. Remember, that's the black one. Put that one there. You don't want these to touch. And put the red one on the red. Okay, keep an eye on that. We'll turn this around so you can have a look. And we're going to give this a shot, see if we got it right. The lights will come on. Okay, there we go. All right, that's our video for today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out all my other videos and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.